Former President Biden's late-stage cancer diagnosis is raising new questions about his previous health screenings.
Yeah, President Trump now asking if the public could have been notified when Biden was still in office. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio has more from Washington.
This morning, former President Biden's cancer diagnosis is drawing new questions about his health while in the White House.
I think people should try and find out what happened. Because
President Trump called Biden's cancer diagnosis sad while appearing to cast doubt on Biden's doctors.
Maybe it was the same doctor and somebody is not telling the facts. That's a big problem.
Biden's team said doctors diagnosed him Friday with an aggressive form of prostate cancer after he experienced urinary symptoms and say the cancer had spread to the bones. President Trump now suggesting without evidence that the announcement was delayed.
I'm surprised that it wasn't, the public wasn't notified a long time ago, because to get to stage 9, that's a long time.
President Trump inaccurately referred to Biden's diagnosis as stage 9, a likely reference to his Gleason score of 9. That scale out of 10 measures how aggressive cancer cells appear to be. Biden's last physical as president was in 2024, when routine tests identified no new concerns. But medical records do not indicate whether he was given a PSA test, which detects prostate cancer. Men over 70 are typically not recommended for the test. That's because guidelines say many men of that age group will experience false positives and treatment complications.
So the screening test itself, the PSA, is an imperfect screening methodology for identifying the kind of prostate cancer that is most impactful and aggressive to men.
This all comes as Biden deflects criticisms sparked by a new book, Original Sin, which claims Biden's aides took steps to shield the public from his cognitive decline. Naomi Biden, the former president's granddaughter, slamming the book, calling it uninspired lies written by irresponsible, self-promoting journalists out to make a quick buck. Meanwhile, a prostate specialist at Duke University calls the timeline of Biden's diagnosis, quote, perfectly reasonable and not medically unusual. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.